is up, everybody? It is CJ Plays here. I'm back with another Sims 3 speed build, and today we're gonna be building a beach house. Okay, listen, I know that I built a beach house the other day, but that one was modern. Okay, this one's been here a while. This is like the house that's been in the family forever. This is like grandma and grandpa's house, and I really like it. I had a hard time figuring out how to actually roof this. Yeah, that's one of the things about Sims 3. The roofing is you either like it or you don't like it, and I had a hard time. I tried to fix it as best I could, but instead of like me just build like tearing down everything and just rebuilding it, I kind of just went with what I had, and I think it turned out really nice. I also streamed this on Twitch. If you want to, please go and follow me or check me out on Twitch. I'm having a lot of fun on Twitch, and yeah, it was nice to get some input from people that was watching, and I don't know, I just like it. But yeah, so this is a beach house. I do like the shingles on the outside, the little like the bluish white off-white color. I really think it's nice. It kind of gives like the house that weathered look, and it's really nice. I really like how it turned out. I also like the roof. I think the roof complements the house really nicely. And for the foundation, I kind of wanted to go for like the brick mosaic kind of color, and it's really nice. I really like how it turned out. Um, I also included a grill out on the front deck, and I put a little table where your Sims could sit at, talk. There's also like an umbrella because why not? I do want to apologize because when it came to the windows on the first level are fine, but the two front windows at the top, I apologize. Okay, I had spent so much time on stream trying to figure out the roof situation that I was kind of just done, and I just couldn't figure out. The biggest part was not the way it really looked, but it I couldn't put windows, like I couldn't have two windows on the top part without one like not wanting to place because it wasn't enough room, and I had a problem. It was just a bad time. But you'll see in screenshots, I actually did go back and fix it, and I really like the new windows that I chose. One of them kind of clips a little bit, but I mean, it's The Sims. Like sometimes you just have to get look past things. When it comes to the landscape, and I really like how the landscape turned out. I didn't want to go overboard, so I kind of just went with like some trees, some shrubs, some low-lying flowers, and it really turned out nice. On the back, as you'll see a little bit later in the video, I actually did put two lawn chairs in the back, so your Sims could like look out at the ocean. I'm building this in Kit Island, which is a custom world, and it's not really big. It's actually like a small island, but it gives me like the New England, Massachusetts vibes, and I really just like that nautical vibe anyway. Though, oh, I didn't even tell you guys, the whole point of this build was because the nautical living set on the Sims 3 store actually went on sale earlier this morning, and I stayed up to get it because I really, really like that set, and I really wanted it for the longest time, and it was actually on sale, and I got it, and I was like, okay, I have this set that I've been wanting for a long time. It's time to build. So I actually like built this on Twitch, and it was a lot of fun. I really like how it turned out. I can see myself using this build all the time, and of course I will always have it linked down below if you want to download it. Just be aware. The master suite at the top, as you'll see later in the video, I had some issues. Okay, I didn't build the rooms. The rooms weren't that big up top because again, this is kind of an older house, so I imagine it having like a more closed off floor plan. Nothing is really like open. You have like a hallway, a room, a kitchen, three rooms at the top, and you have a bathroom. So I didn't want like to make this house extremely big, kind of just something maybe for a couple of Sims, maybe a really small family, maybe a single parent family even. um yeah, so back to what I was saying, the master suite at the top, uh there's only I have a full-size bed, um or double bed, but only one sim can fit. Okay, I tried my best to make it work. I tried to do move objects, I tried to move it around, I moved the room, I moved the furniture, and the only way to actually make a double bed fit in that room was to make the house one tile wider, and I couldn't do it. Like I could do it, but I couldn't figure out how to do it at the time when I was streaming, and I was like, you know what, we're just gonna go with it. I don't know who's gonna download this house, if anybody's even gonna download it, and I don't know what kind of Sims you might have. You might just have one Sim, so hey, you're set. But yeah, moving on to the inside. I really like this little hallway area. I tried to use really bluish white, kind of nautical colors for the whole entire build, and I think I did a really, really good job. The kitchen is kind of small. Originally, I didn't really plan on this house being like a family house. So like you'll notice that like there's only like two chairs in the kitchen, and the table is really small, and you don't really have like a lot of space in the kitchen. And then you have this weird bump out area. Um, and I decided to put the grandma's cannon station from the Sims 3 store in that little slot because it fits so perfectly. And yeah, so if you have Sims that like to make preservatives and jam, then you can definitely use that. um, but yeah, otherwise the kitchen is pretty standard. You know, you have the stove, two countertops, and a refrigerator, and that's pretty much it. I do like that window because I imagine that like in terms of real life, somebody that would probably like have like a lot of work or like just likes to read will probably just have books everywhere, and I really like that windowsill. But yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much it for the kitchen. And I did play test it, so your both Sims can sit at the table and like reach the fridge, and function around pretty normally in the kitchen. Um, yeah, and then next up to when it comes to the hallway, I ended up putting one of the dressers from the Island Villa set on the Sims 3 store. Anyway, I tried to go for as many nautical things as I could in this build, if you couldn't tell already. So I kind of put that there, and I really like how it sits by the front door. I ended up putting one of the little sailboats. It was either the one from Generation. No. It was the sailboat that came with this pack. And then the one from Generations I put upstairs in the parents' room. Well, the master suite. On that dresser. But yeah, I really like how this little hallway area turned out. I think it's really nice. I wanted to use the yep, that's the fish. And I wanted to use the little knot case display by the front door, but it was so big, and I was like, I mean, it could work, but I just feel like it was just so big and it kind of pops out. So I ended up moving it into the living room, and as you'll see when we get to the living room, I had uh, not a hard time, but took me a minute to kind of figure out what I wanted to do in terms of like curtains, because I kind of want to use the ones from Sunlit Tides, because I use those for everything because they're just so nice, and you can like it's creative style, so you could change it to be like pretty much whatever you wanted it to be, and I just really like those curtains. But I ended up changing. I think I went with some base game curtains, and it turned out really nice. Again, I kind of wanted to go for that whole grandma house vibe. So like the TV, as you'll see, like when we get, yeah, and that chest is gonna reappear because I wanted to use that chest. But anyway, yeah. So as you'll see, like this house doesn't have a computer. It doesn't have like a lot of like updated quote unquote appliances. I did kind of want to have like a more modern stove and refrigerator because I just imagine that at some point, the Sims that lived here would have to have probably replaced their appliances at some point. If they could, they probably would have kept the original ones, but maybe they broke down, maybe they just upgraded. I don't know. But yeah, so as you can see, the TV is kind of old fashioned. It's a little medium, maybe a medium or small, kind of floor model esque TV, and I really like it. I just like using that TV in general. I think it looks really nice, and I kind of wanted that used, of course, the bench that came, not the bench, the couch bench, I don't know, that came with the nautical living set. I did use that, and I also wanted to use this couch from the elegant set. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's the Devo set. I really like that couch, and I kind of use it a lot. And then in the next room, as you can see where I put the door, that's actually the bathroom. And I think the bathroom is in a weird spot. I kind of probably should have moved the door to be like in the hallway, looking back, but like, it's fine. It's The Sims. I don't think The Sims really mind as long as they can find the bathroom. So yeah, as you can see in the bathroom, I use the tile that I used in my other beach house video. If you remember watching that, it has like the blue and white, and it has like the seashells and like the little like sea creatures on it. I really really like that tile, and I just had to use it for this. I'm sorry, I had to. Yeah, as you can see, that's the one. I had to use it, and I really like that big window. I think it lets in a lot of light to the bathroom, and it looks really really nice. I really like it. I did use some of the furniture from Master Suite stuff in this room. I used the tub, and I used no, I didn't use the tub. I wanted to use the tub, but I switched it out for a shower because it just made more sense, and it gave us more space, because you could fit a tub and a toilet, but I don't know if you could fit like a tub, toilet, and a sink combo, so I just kind of went for a shower. You could always switch it out if you need a tub, maybe you have pets or something, or you just want a tub in general. You can always do that. And I had some issues trying to figure out the curtain situations. I went with that curtain for the longest time, but I was like, I don't really like it. And for me, it kind of just reminds me of like a curtain that you would put like in a kitchen or a living room, and I didn't really it didn't give me bathroom vibes, so I did replace it with something else, and I think it looked really nice. Regardless, um, yeah. So I don't know if I said it earlier, but this house is 3 bedrooms, and one bathroom, as you can see. The other 2 bedrooms, let's talk about those for a second, okay? Okay, so I didn't really know what to do upstairs. I did use the spiral staircase because it is smaller, and a big staircase would have just taken up way too much room. And of course, this is a Sims 3, so you can't really like configure stairs to like wrap around like you can in Sims 4. So I went ahead for the spiral staircase, and I was like, okay, great. It kind of gives me like houseboat-esque vibes anyway, so I really like it. And I had to like shape the floor plan around, as you can see, I had to kind of like shape the floor plan around the spiral staircases, and I did have to end up rotating it because I was like, oh wait, I was like gonna have one room, and then I was like, oh well, we can do two, and I was like, no, let's do three, and then we can like have the smallest room be a nursery. Like like as you can see, I tested it to see if I could put a bed in there, and a bed can fit. So even if you like move into this house and you don't like have a baby or a toddler, you could still like just turn it into a regular room or maybe like an extra guest room. It's pretty small, so I don't really imagine that could put much in it. Maybe a bed and like a bunk bed with the bottom missing, or maybe just a bed and a dresser or a nightstand. I don't know. But I ended up making it a nursery, and I really like how the nursery came out. I kind of wanted to, go for again the blue, white, nautical colors. The color scheme is kind of like apparent throughout the whole entire house. I feel like that's the color scheme that I always use in general when it comes to like beachy houses in general in Sims 3. I just like that color scheme, and I don't know. That's just me. I like it. It's my aesthetic, I guess. One of my aesthetics. I don't know. But the baby nursery turned out really nice. I had to use move objects, so I'd imagine that your Sims can still use it with move objects off, but if they can't, just turn it on. They should probably still be able to use it. Um, it fits in the slot of it fits in the room, but the only issue is the little border and the little lot size thing. So like it kind of like it says that it can't fit, but it can fit. And I did end up putting a rocking chair in that room, and I ended up putting a bookshelf. So yeah, it's nice. You could have like your Sims that are sleepy. They don't really feel like going back to bed. They can rock the toddler or baby back to sleep or something. It's nice. I don't know. Could you rock babies in the rocking chair? I'm not for sure. But anyway, in the master suite, as you can see, I had a hard time because I wanted to fit a full size bed in there, and I could. I mean, the full size bed fits, and as you can see, I'm trying to play test it. It fits, but both Sims can't climb into bed, so that's the issue. I did end up putting more windows upstairs because it was kind of dark, and it only had like those little horizontal windows, and it wasn't letting in enough air. I mean, air. Well, yeah, I guess air, but light. So I decided to put 3 other windows, and then I ended up putting 2 more on the side. So it should be a lot of light. Again, from the outside, it might look a little bit weird, but I mean, it's The Sims. No one's gonna judge you. Or no one's gonna judge your Sims, I should say. But yeah, I really like how the room turned out. I tried to put as much nautical-esque things and themes and things that relate to the theme in here. I did end up putting the that sailboat that came with Generations. I didn't even know that sailboat was a thing. Um, in Generations, I ended up putting it on the nightstand, and I think I put a plant on the nightstand, and I mean, not the nightstand, the dresser, and it really looks nice. I did put that trunk that you saw earlier back in the bed, and back in this bedroom. I put it at the foot of the bed, so your Sim should still be able to get into bed. Again, keep in mind, I'll say it again, only one Sim can reach the bed. They don't, I guess I'd imagine if this was the Sims 4, both Sims could probably use it, but like, this is a Sims 3, so only one Sim can get in the big bed. You could always take the big bed out and maybe put like a bunk bed, or just put one single bed in, so you can make it work, okay? But I decided to put a full size bed. I mean a double bed because I really liked it. And last but not least, last but not least, we have the kids' room, and I the shape is weird, but again, I had to make the shape work for the layout of the spiral staircases, and so I decided to just put two bunk beds. So I'd imagine maybe if you had like a sim and maybe their friend, or you had like two kids or something, it'll fit, you know. I did make sure that both sims could actually get in the bunk bed on the top and bottom bunk, and it works. And I really like how I put one of the little decorum items. It has like the one with the backpack. It's like it has like a little backpack rack. I really like how I put it on a little bump out part in the room, and it works, and your Sims can still access it. And I think that that's great because I really wanted it to work, and it's really nice. But the room is kind of small, so I didn't have like a lot of opportunity to put like a lot of furniture in it. So like in the kids room, there's like a toy box, and they have some like a poster, a little mermaid there's like a mermaid, I think Maya the mermaid, uh, little decorum item on the wall, and the wallpaper. Oh my gosh, let's talk about the wallpaper for a second. Okay, so as you'll see when I'm making the baby nursery, I used like the wallpaper from, I mean the curtains from Generations, and I ended up putting like a little fish design. It was this rug in the game, like a little small round rug that had like the fish design as one of like the presets, and I decided to use that design from the rug, put it on the curtains, and I was like, yes, this matches great, because I wanted to, because originally I just went for like blue, like the polar bear blue curtains, and I was like, that's nice, but it just made the room a little bit dark for the nursery, so I decided to just use that pattern and just put it on the curtains, and I think it turned out really nice. So I also used that same exact pattern in the kids room, but I did make it a little bit more vibrant, so it is a little bit more colorful, and I think it really works again with the whole nautical vibe. Again, if you download this building, you need an extra bedroom or office space, you can always just turn it into whatever you want it. And I was a little bit disappointed because I couldn't use that surfboard, the surfboard lamp with the little shark bite or bite mark in it. I couldn't use it because I didn't have enough space, and it kind of, it kind of, it's kind of sad, I guess. But when you're tied for space, um, but that is pretty much it for this build, as long as I can think. Yeah, I had a hard time trying to figure out what bump beds to use, so I kind of went for those, and those are pretty nice. I think they kind of, again, they tie in with the nautical themed quite nicely. And I did use the same light fixture from the baby nursery because it looks nice, and it kind of gives me the nautical vibe. I don't know what it is. It's round and blue. It's round and blue. So hey, water, beach, ball. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this build. I did put a seesaw. I forgot to mention that earlier when I was talking about the backyard. I did put a seesaw out there. I kind of wanted to put more kids items. I wanted to put a treehouse back there, but the yard isn't that big, and you could fit a treehouse in the backyard, technically, but it kind of would have clipped into the house, or like I was afraid it was gonna clip into the house, so I didn't even attempt it really. I just kind of placed it, and I was like, oh, this could fit, but let's not do it. But yes, I just put a seesaw, and I think this is pretty nice. I mean, again, this world has a park, so I'm pretty sure you could always, if the park, I don't remember if the park has like kids equipment. I'm pretty sure it does, but if not, you could always place it down if you wanted to. So I just went for a seesaw, really nice, and then I put that little kite fixture up in the room as well, a little decoration, and I think it was really nice. And for the curtains, I did kind of go for the white and blue nautical theme. Those were the curtains that I was originally going to put into the nursery, but I ended up swapping them, and for the ones that you saw. And yeah, oh, and this is the room. As you can see, I did kind of try to move objects like the bed into the wall a little bit, and nothing I did work. The room was just too small. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this build. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to like, comment something down below, follow me on Twitch, and stay tuned for screenshots. Thanks for watching. I had a lot of fun building this, and I hope that someone has a lot of fun using it. But yeah, that's all I have for this one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Have a great day. Bye. Thanks for watching.